Traders, Tesla, SPY, Lipson, GameStop, anything you like. TradeSpotting's back with another video and the news, of which there is much, beginning with Musk's magnanimous misstep and the tumultuous tangle of Tesla, tariffs, and Trump. But let's play that ticker. This is Tesla from the moment that Trump was clearly walking in the door. And this is the news. Elon Musk's monumental $56 billion payday from Tesla, TSLA, teeters on the precipice of judicial reversal as his appeal against the Delaware Court of Chancery's caustic cancellation ignites a legal conflagration. The 2018 pay package, initially heralded as a masterstroke of incentivization, catalyzed stratospheric stock performance, yet it was adjudicated as inequitable to shareholders despite dual endorsements via shareholder vote. Musk's defense contends that Chancellor Kathleen McCormick's ruling rests on spurious suppositions and misapplied jurisprudence, with Musk's appeal portraying the decision as antithetical to Delaware's corporate law and the fiduciary framework underpinning shareholders' rights. What do you think? Chat, let me know in the comments below. McCormick's ruling, which branded the compensation unfathomable, cited board subservience to Musk and deficient shareholders' disclosure at fundamental flaws. The pay package, comprising options to acquire 303 million Tesla shares at preposterously discounted $23 each versus Tesla's current trading price of $230, was scuttled despite subsequent shareholder ratification in June. The annulment jeopardizes Musk's strategic alignment with Tesla, threatening an exodus of executive focus unless recompense is restored. A reconstitution of Musk compensation at current valuations could incur a staggering $25 billion charge, underscoring the pecuniary peril of Musk's precarious predicament. Musk, never one to shun stratagem or spectacle, has hinted at external entrepreneurial endeavours should his equity stake remain constrained. His escalating entanglement with President Donald Trump's enigmatic government efficiency initiative, otherwise known as DOGE, has compounded concerns over his divided attention. Musk's increasing political proximity has sparked a maelstrom of controversy, with Tesla showrooms besieged by protesters decrying his governmental dalliance. Musk's own admission of operational fatigue balancing Tesla, SpaceX, XAI and Doge suggests that the centrifugal force of political and corporate obligations threatens to eviscerate Tesla's strategic coherence. That doesn't change my opinion that his stock price could double, though simultaneously to all of that, Musk unveiled Tesla's ambitious initiative to double domestic production within 2 years, attributing the expansion to Trump's protein protectionism. Trump, in a White House address punctuated by economic bravado, extolled Tesla as the great company and proclaimed his intentions to purchase a Tesla, an endorsement that propelled Tesla shares 3.8% higher, momentarily mitigating the recent hemorrhaging. Tusk combination there. What a deadly combo. Trump's tariffs policies, oscillating between bellicose brinkmanship and strategic retreat, have amplified market volatility, with Tesla's 50% retracement from its December 17th peak, a bit of a show-stopping spoiler there. The high 479 spot 86, embodying the market's mercurial malaise. And there it is, with price action reaching those incredible prices today. 230 spot 58 at close, 233 spot 23. There's a lot of different opinions out there in the markets about Trump and the future of Tesla. Morgan Stanley and Adam Jonas, an undefeated, unrelenting Tesla bull, remains resolutely sanguine. In a late-night missive, Jones characterized the precipitous plunge as buying opportunity for an bodied AI compounder. Well, I'll tell you what, I got one of those myself. Jonas is positing that Tesla's narrative elasticity, oscillating between AI supremacy and operational atrophy, is an anxiety nobody needs when you could invest in Lipson. That is a very strong case. We'll check out that chart in a minute there. Bear case of $200 has nearly been reached. $20, $22 off it at the minute, 10% away, but we called it from the high, and he, Jonas, is a little bit over the top. A bull case in that guy's mind is looking at $800, which would be 100% nearly on top of its all-time high. Let's just call it the previous all-time high as the target for now. Be happy with that, right? You can't manage your risk-reward ratio within that framework. You're not cut out for it, pal. Jonas projects a yearly acutely asymmetric outcome with a bear case 200, bull case, as we said, 800. That's 4x variance. I don't know what he's all about. Catalysts loom large. Autonomous vehicle regulatory reform. The advent of the robo-taxi trials in Austin. The unveiling of Optimus, Tesla's humanoid automation. Jonas, 430 price target. All reflects conviction that Tesla's AI hegemony remains underappreciated amidst episodic operational misfires, but methinks it might be slightly deeper problems than that. Trump's mercurial trade machinations further inflamed market turbulence. Remember, we spoke about that volatility in the pyrotechnic episode. Emblematic of his second term economic brinkmanship, Trump threatened to double Canadian steel and aluminium tariffs to 50% in response to Ontario's proposed electricity surcharge, only to rescind hours later following some diplomatic detent. The episode rattled markets already reeling from yesterday's trading tariff salvos against China and Mexico, with major indices sinking 10% from the recent peaks. Trump's capricious calibration of the trade policy there in the US, conflating coercion with negotiation, it leaves corporate leaders flummoxed, I tell you, and the markets febrile. Trump's bellicose bartering with Canada underscores the protean peril of his trade doctrine. Ontario Premier Doug Ford's capitulation, having agreed to suspend the electricity surcharge, did temper the immediate market consternation, but it fails to dispel broader apprehensions over Trump's tariff trajectory, or, depending on your political leanings, what we discovered the Biden administration did next. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, like I say, he's just in the door, framing Trump's brinkmanship as masterful negotiation. What else can he say? Asserting that retaliatory tariffs merely accelerate the repatriation of that industrial capacity, and so all roads lead to Detroit, apparently. Though if you've been on those roads or to that state recently, you'll see that not all of those roads are paved with gold, albeit the paving does come at the expense of the global supply chain, at the stability thereof, and domestic inflationary pressure. Though let's get serious, world, everything we hear out of America is just to control their domestic narrative with regards to the political situation, which seems strange because the current administration have a mandate and the current president doesn't have room for another term. The concatenation of Musk's compensation conundrum, Tesla's operational recalibration, Trump's tariff tumult, all of this paints precarious portrait of corporate and economic flux, and that rate of money that's available to corporate America is decreasing, leaving the interest payments going up in order to attract liquidity into corporate America, because there is massive military spend going on in European borders, which is sucking all that liquidity across into European bonds, which are providing a very strong, reliable return, along with the fact that the euro is going up against the dollar. So there will come some resolution. Musk's strategic fidelity to Tesla hinges on judicial vindication. Tesla's operational future will pivot on domestic expansion. All of this amidst protectionist headwinds. Trump's tariffs whipsawing threatens to destabilize global trade further, upset that equilibrium, and in this precarious triad of legal, corporate, and political turbulence, the stakes for Tesla and the broader market have barely been higher, though the share price has, like we say, could go up an awful lot. This was the short it took up from those highs and that previous formation down to 220. Golden pocket retracement, likely area for a bounce. 200 period moving average at 280. Get your stop in profit when the price moves in that intended direction. Move it to that 200 period moving average. Should price break the 50 simple, you'll be in for a trade that could take you up to $400. That's in the face of all market logic that you would get from other sources, though there is no sauce like a TradeSpawn sauce. So let's get on it, TradeSpotters. So a look around the markets, my friends. This is the SPY trade. It is currently working out very well, though we are at the resolution point of an important harmonic, and therefore this level of capital, while protected and potentially extremely profitable, is also supporting me in long trades, and they include Microsoft, which is currently absolutely beautiful. Love building positions in Microsoft. Rarely take profit, and often build positions then manage risks. Only getting out at macro highs. Really love Microsoft being my favorite stock to trade ever. We've also got along on Nvidia, coming in at these recent lows. Let me get that in a little bit closer. Zoom in. You can see the entry. We talked about this on yesterday's show. There's it already making a little bit of progress. Higher highs, higher lows on those tiny time frames. 50 simple. Get above the 200 period moving average. You are laughing, ladies and gentlemen. And into the AI realm a little bit further with this Lipson trade closing at 0.85. Absolutely on the money. We love to see it. Then post market 8886. Up 4.54%. One of these days it's going to leave these zones, it's going to leave a gap, and it shall not return for many a year, traders. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at this chart, slap it on the weekly, spread it all out, and this is the turning around of an oil tanker, and Alex will know exactly what I'm talking about. You kick the backside out, it takes a while, but when it starts to move, that's it. On its destination is set. That destination, once you manage to establish support back above that 50 simple, will be in at around 369. When that breaks, you'll be looking at 580 plus. When that breaks, you'll be looking at a golden pocket retracement. That's back above $10, meeting a 200 period moving average. And ladies and gentlemen, I suspect it will go a whole lot higher than that. But so will you. By the time that happens, we'll all be absolutely laughing. Won't we? Hit the like button. What about this for a show today? All covering absolutely everything. You say everything, I say Bitcoin. Still not come down and test that long-term trend line, but look at it now. It's in this broadening formation as it slips over. Rocky Outcrop show tomorrow. He loves the broadening wedge. There's a 50 simple period moving average on a weekly time frame just below at 75,581. If it reaches there, it would probably also be interesting to see it close this bottom side of a fair value gap, which is the previous high of this prior formation. Price action testing 236 and a long-term trend line. You bet your bottom dollar at the bottom side of that broadening wedge there'd be an awful lot of buyers. If you were one, you should be so lucky. Break to the top side. You've already got a good trade on that. Probably take it around 86. Breaking to the top side, there's your targets marked in green. Aren't you very lucky? Go hit that like button, and this would be the start of big moves, all of which we're covering on the Rocky Outcrop Discord. Catch up with me on Twitter. This is my Twitter, _TradeSpot, and I don't get all that many likes, but I do get an awful lot of great folks tuning in. Look at that. Hundreds and hundreds of folks, but they can't find the like button. Don't let that be you. Hit it. Yummy. Good one. Hit the old like button. Anyway, of all the possible places to hit like, this would be the best advice you get from me. Following Rocky Outcrop. Also, the trading coach of the century. Free your mind. Follow Rocco Outcrop. Financial freedom. He's got his show tomorrow on Wednesdays, where you're also able to check in with the latest news from Trump, who's no longer swayed by the markets. I love swaying with the markets. A little bit of rum and Coca-Cola, sway with the markets, chilling out on a Friday. Where would you rather be than with your friends on the Rocky Outcrop Discord? That link again, friends, www.discord.gg/Rocky Outcrop. There is nobody like us, and if there were, well, we'd probably bury them somewhere. You'd never hear from them again. Don't let that be you. Hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching. I've been TradeSpotting, and this is a unique listening experience. Well done, refiners.